Hey Layton, I'm going to test out some new broadheads. Do you have any ideas about something we have around the house that kind of resembles a turkey?
Dad, no!
Aw, man. Hello everyone, welcome to the newest edition of Wisconsin Johnson Outdoors. Today I'm going to be taking some time to show you my turkey setup that I use with my crossbow. I'm going to show you a couple of different broadheads that I plan on using this year, and then we're going to hit the range and do some target practice to make sure everything's all ready to go. So stay tuned and check it out. Here's the crossbow that I use. As you can see, it's a Center Point Sniper 370. I'd never owned a crossbow or shot a crossbow prior to last season, so when I went looking for one, I didn't want to exactly break the bank. A buddy of mine has the same exact crossbow and he recommended it. So when I found one at a reasonable price, I went ahead and picked it up. This particular crossbow has a draw weight of 175 pounds, which made it a little challenging to find a bolt that could handle that. But the bolt that you'll see here in a few seconds seems like it's going to do the trick. This crossbow has a 4x32 scope on it, and it worked out really well last year. So that's the crossbow that I use, and let's check out the other gear that goes along with it. This is the bolt that I'm going to be using this year. It's made by Gold Tip. It's their 500 Nitro Pro. This is one of the heavier and straighter arrows that they make. It has a straightness of plus or minus 0.001. This particular bolt comes with a Moon aluminum knock, and then on the other end it has a brass insert. I chose this arrow because I wanted something that I could use with my fixed blade broadhead and something that I could use with just my regular broadheads as well. First, I want to show you the Shred Head by Dirt Nap gear. This puppy looks pretty cool and pretty nasty. The bleeder blade, which you can see here, has a 5/8 inch cutting surface, and then the regular blade has a 1 3/16 inch cutting surface. Now whether you shoot it in the head or in the body, I'm pretty sure this bad boy is going to leave those turkeys flopping. Up next is the Magnus Bullhead. This was the broadhead that I used last year to harvest my turkey. I found out that the range on this is about 12 yards. I'm wondering if my new setup this year will allow me to stretch that a little bit further. It's definitely a headshot broadhead, so you have to get them in pretty close. The plan this year would be to have this mounted on the crossbow, and if the turkeys came in close enough, to take a headshot with this. If the turkeys decided to hang up and not come in all the way, then I would use the Shred Head broadhead by Dirt Nap gear to see if I could get a good shot. As you can see, I have two very different broadheads serving two very different purposes. My hopes are that by having both of these options in my quiver this spring, no matter which way a turkey presents itself, I'll be able to get a clean, ethical shot. All right, that looks like a whole lot of nasty. Let's head to the range and see what we're working with. All right, we're all sighted in. I thought I would just double check to make sure that nothing had moved since last year. Up first, we're gonna try the Dirt Nap gear Shred Head. All right, well, you saw the shot. That's at 20 yards. This is a fairly thick target, and the arrow went all the way through, and the broadhead is intact and looks pretty good. We'll move back another 10 yards and try it out at 30. There was our shot from 30 yards. We're a little low and to the right, but at 30 yards, I'll take that. The arrow is pretty much all the way through the target again, and there is the broadhead. The Shred Head is looking pretty good still. All right, you saw it for yourself. These Shred Head broadheads really do a nice job of penetrating. If I were a turkey in the woods, I definitely would not want to run into one of these. All right, we saw what the shred head could do. Now let's check out the Magnus bullhead. Okay, I don't know how good that's going to show up on the GoPro, but I had that orange target right there, and that's exactly where it hit. And if we come around to the back, it blew out the back of the pillow. We've got feathers everywhere. Don't worry, it's not the chicken that I showed you at the beginning of the video. All right, that last shot was at 15 yards. So now I've moved the target back to 20, and we're gonna give it a try from there. All right, at 20 yards, we were quite a ways off. So I'm moving it back to 15, see if we can hit the target one more time from that range. I think 15 is plenty far enough for this kind of a setup. So let's see how this one goes. All right, as you can see, the Magnus bullhead gets the job done too, up to about 15 yards, and I'm fine with that. All right, there you have it. 2 different broadheads for 2 very different reasons. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope this information helps you with your setup. Thanks for watching, stay healthy, and see you later. Are you taunting me? I'll get you yet. You just wait till Layton's not home.